your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, another great evening. Comfortable temperatures. Humidity levels are still really low, so temperatures like this, I mean the 60s, just so nice. Unfortunately, it's going to start to change over the next 24 hours as some warmer air begins to move in. 65, one of our cooler readings in Paris right now. We've got 67 in Danville, and then a handful of 70s from Decatur all the way over to Jacksonville. Now, we are watching a little bit of rain in Missouri and Iowa, but notice how this kind of falls apart as it tries to move into western Illinois. Dry air in place. We're going to keep things dry tonight and into the day tomorrow. So the commute forecast is all green. We're going to go with 60 degrees to start the day and 86 for a high. So it's going to get a little bit warmer for us, but the 90s return for the weekend. We'll talk about when some rain can move in when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts
now from WCIA 3 News.
The fact that they can do it on their own time is going to be huge.
Taking time to train isn't always easy for volunteer firefighters, why they could soon do it from the comfort of their own home.
We've heard from Brent Christensen, but never the voice of the woman he killed until tonight.
If you think more businesses in one county have been closing their doors, you're not alone. Why a health department says it only seems that way.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
The online concept is outstanding for any firefighter.
There's a new incentive for volunteer firefighters to join the force and make it possible for them to train from home. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. The Basic Operations Firefighter course is a hybrid between online learning and hands-on training sessions at the Illinois Fire Service Institute in Champaign. Since volunteer firefighters typically have full-time jobs, this will make it easier for them to get certified, and it won't cost them anything. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is in our newsroom. Jennifer, how is this being paid for?
Jessica, the Office of the State Fire Marshal is giving a grant to the Fire Service Institute to pay for 50 firefighters to join this pilot program. Typically, it costs $6,200 for each firefighter to go through the training and get certified.
It takes commitment to be a volunteer firefighter.
It's always a challenge to balance family and work and volunteering. It's always a challenge. And so most volunteers give greatly, and the families often sacrifice as well.
Eddie Bain with the Savoy Fire Department says many of them have to travel to their full-time jobs and be on call for emergencies. The dedication starts before they even join the force.
Actually coming to a facility or doing this training is very, very hard.
That's why the Illinois Fire Service Institute is trying a new program that allows people to take online training courses from home. Pasodum Assistant Fire Chief Dave Wisher says this is a game changer.
They can get all that textbook stuff at their leisure, you know, at home with the kids in the other room.
The course is 18 weeks long, allowing them to train online during the week. Then there are 9 weekend practical hands-on sessions at the Fire Service Institute.
It's going to be extremely helpful. It's not a replacement for all types of training, but certainly for the classroom portions.
The pilot program starts on August 10th. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. The Fire Service Institute is looking to expand the program into other regions of the state. Right now, they are in the process of identifying other training sites.
New at 10, we're getting to hear for the first time from a U of I scholar who was kidnapped and killed 2 years ago. We've told you how Ying Zhang was a beloved daughter, friend, and girlfriend. Brent Christensen killed her in June 2017. Tonight, we're showing you video that was played in the courtroom during his trial this month. It was a chance for jurors to see Zhang doing something she loved, sing. Take a listen. If you want to watch the whole video, you can see it at WCIA.com. We now know the name of the man killed in a motorcycle crash in Springfield. It happened yesterday on 5th Street and Bryn Mawr Boulevard. 31-year-old Nicholas Painter was pronounced dead at the hospital. The coroner says he was riding a motorcycle that was involved in a crash with another car.
Construction is creating a headache for some in North Champaign. Crews are working along Bradley Avenue just west of Neal Street. Crews have been working on Champaign's annual asphalt paving project in that area since the start of this month. They're covering Bradley from State Street to Carver Street. One lane in each direction is open to traffic. Paving should be done in September. The Champaign Park District is asking the state for hundreds of thousands of dollars to improve your experiences outdoors.
It's happening at Spalding Park. The Park District and School District teamed up to build a new baseball field and basketball court earlier this year. Now they're looking at doing more. WCIA 3's Jen Last joins us. So Jen, what does the Park District want to fix?
The district is looking to upgrade several parts of Spalding Park, and now they're passing the ball to the state and hoping for a win.
You gotta speak it to that. Say hello.
Ava Butler is almost 2 years old.
Say hello.
But she's not quite ready to be a grown-up.
Or do you want to give it back?
Instead, she wants to spend her days playing at Spalding Park with her dad.
Look, this is one of the parks I grew up into, so.
The park's playground is older than Ava, but it could be getting an upgrade soon. The Champaign Park District has applied for a $350,000 open space land acquisition and development grant from Illinois. The district's director of planning, Andrew Weiss, says it's a way to maximize potential.
Anyone in, any government agency in Illinois can apply for the OSLAD grant, so it's a 50% match, and so that just helps local communities make their tax money go further.
Weiss says the grant could go towards several projects in the park.
I'd say about a third of that, plus or minus about a third of it is going to the pathways, and then there's a lot of money going towards the lighting. Then the playground is another $100,000.
With a little help from the state, the playground might get to grow up right alongside Ava.
Love to have fun.
Weiss told me the Park District won't know until later this winter if it's in the running for the grant. The district will find out for sure by April 2020 if it gets one. Back to you.
Well, when it finds out, hopefully you'll find out and you'll let us know. Jen,
Will do.
Thanks. Well, if approved, the Park District must complete its upgrades within 2 years of the grant agreement. Funding would come from a transfer of the current pathway and lighting budget, playground budget, and future capital funding, capital project funding. State's development grants can match up to a maximum of $400,000. We have a follow-up to a story from last night. Democrat Betsy Dirksen Londrigan is calling on Congressman Rodney Davis to come clean and quit making empty calls for civility. Her challenge is in response to our story revealing a Republican operative lied about his identity to pose as a reporter and ambush Dirksen Londrigan in a media call. Nick Klitzing confessed to the hoax and said the campaign asked him to do it. The congressman's campaign manager, Matt Butcher, denied knowing anything about the stunt. Congressman Davis has not responded to questions seeking an explanation.
Some people in Decatur say it seems like restaurants and other businesses can't seem to keep their doors open. But the Macon County Health Department says things aren't always as they appear. This year, the health department did 650 routine inspections and had 11 temporary closures. That's so far this year. 3 of those closings happened on the same day. Officials say that's the same percentage of closings this year that they've had for the past 2 to 3 years.
Our first priority, of course, is the protection of the public health, is to provide safe food to people when they go out for dinner. They shouldn't have to worry about the entree they order potentially making them ill.
Health department officials say it might seem like there are more closings because more people are talking about them on social media. An Urbana public pool was temporarily closed because of the possibility of E. coli. The public health district says 2 people who had previously visited Crystal Lake Aquatic Center contracted E. coli. They aren't sure if they got it at the pool or somewhere else. So as a precaution, the park district super chlorinated all the pools. They say all of them are now back open.
A new technology is coming to Central Illinois that can help doctors treat epilepsy more effectively. Right now, only 5 clinical facilities in the country have a 7 Tesla or 7T MRI scanner. Now, after U of I's Board of Trustees voted today, Carl and the university are about to build the 6th of its kind. Researchers say the new MRI's magnet is stronger, which means it takes higher resolution images of the brain.
We're hoping the biggest thing that I think this kind of resolution and this kind of technology will allow us is to be able to make a diagnosis much earlier.
The 7 Tesla will be phenomenal images, meaning we can see smaller and smaller and smaller structures. and it will be the only one in Illinois.
Carl is already getting calls from other hospitals in Illinois asking to use the new MRI once it's built. Hospitals across the state got some help today from blizzards, but we're not talking about the weather. Dairy Queen partnered with them to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. At least $1 from every blizzard purchased at participating Dairy Queens went to help HSHS St. John's Children's Hospital. The money will fund programs like music and pet therapy.
New for you tonight, the Decatur School District laid out its plans for the next school year this week. Some big items are designing a program for seniors to graduate with an associate's degree, creating a mentoring program for first and second year staff, finding new and alternative revenue streams, and starting to make plans to enhance the district's athletic facilities.
Wheels are supposed to go around, but that didn't happen this time. What caused one Ferris wheel to stall at a theme park.
Plus, farmers might be done fighting with Mother Nature, but their struggles are far from over.
And later, he was a national champion while playing for the Orange and Blue, but now he's hoping to land a spot to represent the red, white, and blue.